Okay, I think it's all open. Oh, someone in here. I think it might be. Who's in here? Is 2K in here messing with it? He already got it open, everything? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
There we go.
He in here.
All right, dope. All right, guys. We're gonna go over some stuff. Um, kind of like in the beginning, I like to talk to you guys. Some changes went on today. So the '09 Mike program, that class, the program where you could, for the guys who were having a rough time with the ASVAB, the changes are now in effect. You need to have a minimum of a 26 and up to even qualify for that program. It used to previously, I mean, shoot, I was still in when we were doing 16s. We were doing 16 and up, and then it went to 21 and up, and now it's at 20. I think it's like 23 to 24 or something like that. I got to check again. We don't have too many of those issues in. We don't got too many of those issues in this community. Y'all are pretty smart, so it's not too bad. But just understand that that is happening right now, and if we had some issues with it, then with the ASVAB, then you need to study up. Okay, we got to get you at least a 24, so we can get everything settled. All right, but why don't we get those hands up so we can get these questions rolling, and we'll get moving on. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Let me get logged into YouTube here too. Hold up, hold up. Oh boy, we got any hands up? Hold on, not even looking. Oh, we got what's it called too? Me and Jake did a video today. I don't know when he's gonna have it up, if he's already got it up, but you guys gotta check that out. That way we can get everybody going. All right. Oh boy, we're gonna have a short one here. We're gonna have a short one. Put your hands up. Okay, how many people we got in here? 25 people or 24 people. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, we got not much going on. If you guys, does anybody have any questions? You need to raise them hands. Otherwise, shit, man, we're gonna end this. I'm gonna go mow the rest of my grass. Like I couldn't finish it yesterday. So, if you guys let me know what we're up to. There we go. All right, I finally got into the YouTube here as well, so we can get that going. Oh, there we go. All right, Mason. Give me a second, Mason. You should be popping in here in a second. Do, do, do. Trying to wait for you. I don't know why I didn't push you up there, Mason. Hold on a second. See if we can figure this out. Why is it not pushing you in? Mason, you might have to accept the request, man. I think you click your own picture if I had to guess. All right, while we wait on Mason to get in here, guys, raise them hands, okay? I got some guys coming over. Looks like we got somebody coming from YouTube real quick as well. So raise them hands, raise them hands. Hell yeah, we're cutting grass, Jake. I got a couple acres I got to mow that I've been ignoring for about a week now. I look like I got a jungle out there. We're about to tell my kids we're going to do a land nav class in the yard if they don't get it cut. There we go. Somebody, whoa.
Hey, Staff Sergeant.
Hey, what's up, Oz? What's going on, man?
Not much. I just got a question. So, like, I'm currently in like the recruiting process, and
Okay.
my recruiters told me a couple things, but I'm just kind of want to get a second opinion.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm married. My wife is in the middle of a contract with our hospital, so she may not move. With me, when I finish basic and get to my unit. My recruiter said something about geobat. Set is that I can get, where like I can like kind of live on post or in the barracks and still receive the BH.
So I don't think you're not gonna be receiving BAH if you're living in a barracks. Like every time I've ever heard about Geo Bachelor, it's not a thing really. Like the only it's not as good as like what they're saying. So Geo Bachelor sounds like you get the best of both worlds, right? You get a bed and then she gets to pay the rent at home and blah 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 blah, right? But um if you just
Right.
do a quick Google search, even like I got this question the other day about GeoBat, right? And if you even just look it up here, like, hold on a second. Let me see here what we can show you, right? But basically, what it means is that you're going to only receive your BAH rate for the area in which you're stationed. Okay. So, like, where do you live right now?
I'm in Tennessee, East Tennessee.
Eastern Tennessee. Okay. So, you're going to get BAH rate for um, that from wherever you're stationed, right? So, Geo Bachelor, the problem with that is that you're choosing to do that, right? So you're not being forced into it. So the
Right.
Army's always going to pay you for stuff that they forcing you to do. When you're choosing to be on your own is when it's going to be kind of problematic, right? So it's a voluntary decision. It says right here, yeah, family can be resolved military orders means it's just a term that they use. You're not going to get the money for it, bro.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean,
And
I would be very careful with making that decision. She's under contract, you said, with the hospital. Why can't she move with? I don't understand.
she took a sign-on bonus, and she's just kind of worried about having to pay that bonus back because she's like a year and a half into a 3-year contract.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to look at it. However you want to look at it, what's best for your family. You could do the Geo Bachelor thing, but like, you're not gonna. Here's the question you should ask yourself: is the BAH worth the bonus money from her job? The year or two that you're going to spend separate, is that more
Mm,
money than the BAH, right? That's what you got to ask yourself. So I would look at it in that direction and kind of make a financial decision with you and the family. That makes sense.
yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
My next question would be, story short, like I have me and my wife have a child. She's 10 months old. I have a 2-year-old, soon to be 3-year-old, with another woman, and she's not like she's not a petty baby mama by any means, but I mean she's reluctant about putting me on the birth certificate, because she's on good terms.
She's reluctant
Trying to
about
figure out
putting
like, is
you
that
on.
something? Yeah, like legally, like she's not mine. Binding
Are,
thing that makes her my child, other than a DNA test.
you have a
So
DNA test that says that that's
I
your
do,
kid?
I do. I'm just kind of
I
like
mean,
figuring out
you
like,
want
can
you want the
I
short
just add
answer?
her to my deers, or
Nope,
yeah,
absolutely not. You want the short answer? Short answer is get a fucking court order. Oh shit, I'm on YouTube. Get a court
okay,
order that says that yeah, I mean, if she doesn't want to do that, it's your kid. I mean, here's the problem though. Do you pay child support? You there?
yeah, yeah. No, I don't pay child support. She's never said she wanted
Okay.
it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: if you want that kid
Yeah,
on
she
your
was
birth
like
on your
8 months.
deers, and you want that kid, you want your name on that kid's birth certificate, you're gonna go to court, and then you're gonna pay child support. And the
Okay.
army is gonna
Um.
make you pay child support. They're going to stipend your paycheck to guarantee you pay it. So there ain't no oops, I forgot, because they're gonna take it from your pay automatically. You'll never even see it. It's gonna get taken right out before you ever even get your cash.
Right.
So
Now, if I wanted to like pursue and try to like get custody, is that something like the army would help me with, or is that all civil?
no, I mean, the Army can give you legal advice through JAG, but like that's probably going to be a civil matter, man. They're not gonna. The Army JAG department's really only going to be. You don't want them working on that anyway. They're specialized in UCMJ. Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, I would just go get a civil lawyer on your own lawyer, if that's something you really want to pursue. But yeah, you need a court document, man. Like there's nothing that you're going to be able to do without legal paperwork saying that this is your kid. If you're not on a birth certificate, I can't like as a recruiter, you can't prove. I can't be like, oh, this is his kid. Well, how do I know? How's the army know?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, for
Otherwise,
sure.
you can just throw anybody's kid on there. It's just they get insurance now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would look at that as best as you can. It's that you're in a rough situation, man. You got two really, really big decisions to be making right now. Like those are important. So you really need to get that. You really need to get that squared away. I would say before you go, because problems like this do not get better with time. And you're about to be in a position like basic training. And what job are you going after with this recruiter?
Uh, 11X.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's still gonna suck a bit, but if it's not, I'm glad it's not 18x because you need to focus on what you're about to be getting into and not be worrying about, home. You need to be able to focus. So, don't get me wrong,
Right.
it's still hard. I'm not saying that things like that, but yeah, I mean, you could, yeah, like Yoda's saying, there's ETPs that could possibly work, and you got a DNA test. You probably work an exception to policy on it. It's just I feel like at the end of the day, from your whole army career is just still gonna suck. Like you're gonna have a ton of roadblocks and hoops you're jumping through. Like you're gonna have to go find your ETP every chance you get. It's gonna suck for your career. Getting you in, getting them on originally, sure, maybe that works. They might take that. I've seen a lot
Mhm.
crazier things, but yeah, I would. Yeah, like Yoda is saying, there's probably some ways we could get you at least in that way. You know what I mean? With the kid on your paperwork, but um, your absolute best option is going to be to get a court order with you being the
Okay.
father.
Okay. Yeah, that's
All right.
that's something I was kind of like just trying to figure out if I was like, to get it squared away before I go active. And or if it's something I could take care of like while I'm in. So
Well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have time to do it while you're in, and it is something that you're not. There's no time expiration date on this. You're not under the time constraint. It's just obviously it's better to get it done now up front, but you know what I'm saying. Um, you'll be fine. So just make sure you try to make the right decision here, man. Try to see what's best for you and your family. I mean, do you get visitation with the kid?
I mean, she basically lives with me. She's lived with me since she was like 6 months old.
Wait, she lives with you
Hmm.
like full time?
Yeah. I mean, basically, her mom will check on her like once a month, kind of thing. Like,
What the fuck? Go to court, bro. You don't even have to pay child support if you go to court. If you can prove that you're paying, you know, the majority by a lot, like the mom's not even paying for this kid or nothing, then yeah, dude, you go to court, you're gonna get full custody of this child, and you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Go to court.
yeah, all right. Yeah, that's something I definitely like. I plan on doing. Like, I was just gonna ask her, the nice way for custody, and she said no. Take it to court. But
Yeah, I mean, look, man, you catch more flies with honey. Try to sell it. So get on there and be like, hey, I'm taking care of her. I'm not saying that you can't see her or nothing, but we obviously both want the best for our daughter, right? You're asking questions that you can't say no to.
yeah,
What's she gonna say? No. No, I don't give a fuck. No, nobody's gonna say that. So, well, of course I do. Okay, well, I think you could agree that this is the best situation, right? Yeah. Okay. So how about we do this, and you give me full custody, and I take her, and she has a great life. You know.
yeah,
She's probably going to tell you to kick every rock from here to the sun, but who cares? Then you go to court.
yeah, yeah. That's
So,
that's kind of the plan right now. So,
all right, brother.
alrighty,
Hey,
but
you
that
stay
that
stay
pretty
up,
much
and
wraps up my questions.
yeah, let me know if you have
Yep,
anything else, man. You got my DMs, things like that. Shoot me a message. All right.
absolutely. Thanks, Steph.
Yep. Later, brother. All right. Who's next? One of you guys go ahead and unmute yourself. I don't care who was here first.
All right. I have a question on to study like on the ASVAB test.
Okay.
Like how can I study for it? Like,
Okay. The Army uses a website called March to Success. It's all right. It's free. Is the best part about it. ASVAB for Dummies, the book is really good. And there's a lot of good resources on like YouTube who offer free study guides and free, you know, like videos and stuff. My advice to you is find somebody who's not like monotone, with the whole put you to sleep type of voice, something that is easy for
yeah,
you to learn. You know what I mean? Find something that you learn best at, whether that's like, oh, I can watch a YouTube video and do it, or oh, this has got practical exercises I could learn this way. Stuff like that. Do a mix of every type of studying. Um, don't just
don't
commit
focus
to
on
like
one thing.
right. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, I'm only going to read the ASVAB for Dummies book, right?
Yeah,
Read that, but then also, jump into the YouTube videos and jump into the marchtosuccess.com. Use every resource you've got, right? Some people can even find a tutor, a friend of yours that wants to meet with you and, help you out that way. That's the way I would do it.
yeah. Cause
What's your
I'm
score right
trying to
now?
no, cause I'm trying to get a minimum of or higher of 110 GT score. Cause I'm trying to do 18X.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of study guides out there. There's shit, man. There's apps nowadays. Like you can just, do a quick Google search of some ASVAB study apps. And um, I wouldn't pay for anything because there's so much free content out there that I would just focus on the free stuff, man. You don't need to pay for any of it.
right. All right. Thank you so much.
Yep. Gotcha, bud. All right. Who's that? Thomas or Jason? One of you guys. Thomas, the train engineer.
Good evening, Staff Sergeant.
Good evening.
So I have a few questions. Some are military related, some are also kind of personal just because my boyfriend is in the Air Force right now. He graduates from basic next week. and we're both looking to get married. I'm applying for the WAFT program, and most likely my packet will go in the end of this year or next year. So I'm just wondering, with dual military, especially with me being in Army Aviation, and then he's going into fire protection in the Air Force, what that looks like for us, at least in the dual military.
Yeah, that's not gonna be too rough because the Army and the Air Force, we share a lot of joint bases. The Army, you'll be in the dual military program, married spouses program. So they're going to try their best. Okay, I have to say they're going to try their best to make sure you guys are stationed in the same location. So whether you're going to be on, okay, in Hawaii, you got Hickam Army Airfield, right? So you're going to be the Air Force because there with the helicopters are there for the Army. I mean, we got air bases there. You got all sorts of stuff. So it's not going to be too hard for you guys to find a location, and they're going to put you there to be together. Now, I will say this: it is not a guarantee. Okay, you got to understand. I think you both probably at this point do understand that you're joining the military, and it is very mission first. So,
Of course, yeah.
they are going to try their best to make sure you guys are stationed together. But at the end of the day, it is up to the military to put you guys where they need you.
That definitely makes sense. And yeah, I mean, I've been going into it. He's going into fire protection. So 90% of the time, if there's an airport, there's going to be a fire department there. So we're not too worried about that. But we also know that both of us are in the military and both of us respond to our branches. And if they need us separate places, we're going to have to be separate places. But I was just wondering because I know at least my mother was stressing about the fact that I'll be going in as an officer and he'll be enlisted. So with that, if there's any stipulations.
No, so what you need to do is make sure I would make it official sooner rather than later, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would make it official sooner rather than later. There are regulations that will cover, fraternization is what you're referring to. But at the same time, the Army recently, and I think everybody else did, non-commissioned officer and officer fraternization has been pretty much just thrown out the window. So that doesn't even exist anymore. But he's not a non-commissioned officer, right? He's
correct. He's going to be graduating tech school as an E3, so he won't even be on NCO.
Right. So make sure you I would make it official sooner rather than later, just so that you can have that track record of, hey, we were married prior.
Would you recommend then before I even go to basic?
Oh, 100%. Because you guys want to start getting that married couple program thing working as soon as possible too, because the more time you give the military to prep and find you guys locations and stuff, is going to be better, because he's going to catch orders after tech school for a location pretty quick. So if you're not married, then you're going to catch orders and it's going to be across the damn country. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or even worse, overseas, so you need to get that rolling sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because we were planning probably after he's done with his tech school, which is tech school's 10 weeks. So he graduates basic next week, and then we'll be going straight to tech school most likely. So that'll be probably September timeframe. And I don't think I'll have my packet done because I went and got PRK done in February. So I have a 6-month hold because I'm not in the military yet. So I won't have my flight physical or MEPS done until August or September timeframe.
Okay. Yeah. So, I would definitely, catch that time in between and, try to handle business and get the legal stuff out of the way,
Yeah. And then also another question is, as I've said, I'm going into the WAFT program. So I'm at least looking to apply to that. I've taken my ASVAB and my SIFT. I got a 130 GT and then 67 on the SIFT. Okay. And I'm just trying to figure out how to make myself look more competitive. I have my private pilot's license to fly helicopters. Already, and I'm right around 80 to 100 flight hours, and then I have right around 26-ish college credits done, and I'm going into I'm in Civil Air Patrol, and I'm going to go get my Mitchell exam to get my second lieutenant rank.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're pretty much on the right track. So I would definitely reach out to Jake and Dat Tran with this. Jake's right here. Yeah, he's definitely going to want to talk to you.
Can you hear me? Hey, yes. So listen, I sent you a DM. Just text me when you get done. We have 4 people in the WAF program right ahead of you. So I don't know where the 68 falls. What's it out of? Staff Sergeant Shell. The SIF.
Go ahead, Kat.
For the SIFT, it's the lowest score you can get. Lowest passing score is a 40, and the highest score you can get is an 80.
Yeah. Okay, you killed it. Yeah. Just send me a text message when we get done. I'll get you on the phone with the 4 guys I have that are right ahead of you. And then that way they can help you with everything. They all 4 of them are in the WAF program.
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
All right, easy day.
I really think you're going to get selected. I mean, I don't think you have much of an issue. I think you're doing good. Yeah, and like I said, follow up with Jake right after this because you want to make sure you stay on the path that you're already on, which is straight to success. So, okay.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you. Jason, you there?
Yeah, hi, Staff Sergeant. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. You know what's going on with you, man?
I texted you the other day. I just graduated high school. I'm going to Norwich University next year, and I'm doing Army ROTC. And I kind of have a specific question, but I might have a couple follow-ups after. I was wondering if it's possible to go Green Berets or Rangers from ROTC, or if it's like a different process, or if it's kind of hard, because I kind of tried to look some stuff up, but I got different answers, so I was just wondering what you thought about that.
So no to Green Berets. You cannot go straight from Green Berets from ROTC. But you will have possibly a chance at Ranger School from ROTC. It's not unheard of. It's kind of common in some of the military academies to have a second lieutenant coming out tabbed already. So yes, for the Rangers, you could be Ranger qualified. Now, being in the BAT, you need to make sure you go to RASH and all that good stuff. But yeah, you could get Ranger School from ROTC. No, you cannot go straight into 18 series or be in the Green Beret from ROTC. Okay.
And then kind of off of that, I guess, would it be possible to go kind of like, I'm not really like I'm not super like, I guess, educated on this entire process. And I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot more about kind of what it's like when I get there, but later on, I guess, after, would it be possible to do something like that? Or is it kind of like what you get from like your branch selection from ROTC is kind of what you make out of your career?
No, I mean, you could always reclass out of it, out of any branch you want. It's generally, from what I've heard from my officer buddies, it's not well looked upon to rebranch.
I will put you in contact with Jason.
As far as like being
going
Green
National
Beret
Guard,
goes,
WAF.
yeah, you can. Once you're a captain or you're
where you live,
or first lieutenant promotable, which
he's in New York
City. You'll be a captain by the time the selection process is done.
But I'll put you on a text message.
Once you get to that point in your career, you can always try out for the Green Berets from any branch.
We need a WAF. Let me see if I can add it right now.
That's kind of what's the great part about the Special Forces community is they want the best of the best.
Let me see if it'll.
Regardless of where you come from, as long as you're a performer and you're going to make it, they want you.
See if I can do this because we got 5 of you guys now.
That is going to take you some time. You got to be in the service. Obviously, you got to be a captain.
We keep broadening,
like I said, first lieutenant promotable. But yeah, I mean, you definitely can do that from there.
Well, you're
now Ranger stuff is different.
You're 100%
Ranger
correct.
is going
like
to
you're
be
doing exactly what you needed.
Very heavily by your unit.
Me,
okay, so whoever
this is easy. Just,
whatever branch you go to,
you already got hours. You've been flying helicopters already.
If you're going infantry, you need a tab to progress that.
Okay. Okay.
They're going to want to see that pretty much your entire way up the ladder. Okay, so. Make sure that you are striving for that at all times, okay, if that's the route you decide to take. But, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much if you don't get the specific branch or if you don't get, what you're looking for and you're like, screw it, I'm just going to go and try to be Green Beret. That's fine because you could be, a logistics officer and try out for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wouldn't concern myself too much with that if I was
Absolutely.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, shoot the moon. Go for that. Go for
just give us a call. We don't have a ton of females, so we take care of you guys special.
Don't settle. But
obviously, you're like
awesome. Thank you. Appreciate
Staff Sergeant Shell told you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I will go get married immediately and make sure your
he says,
boyfriend submits all the
man?
shit.
Are you there? You're muted.
Because like he
Oh,
said,
you can
like
hear me, Staff Sergeant?
they
Yes, I
probably
can. What's up,
they're
man?
already trying to get
Yes, sir. How you doing,
your
Staff
son.
Sergeant?
I mean your
Doing all
husband
right.
orders. Like
Yes,
that
sir.
shit happens
I
really
kind of have
fast, and once they
a
do
quick
it, they'll
question
be
about
like,
like
"Oh, we
joining and
can't do
stuff like
nothing."
that.
So,
I basically been trying to join for 2
how
years.
long you
I
guys
went
been
to MEPS and
dating? How long
everything
you
for
been
the
dating?
Army. It's because I basically went on to MEPS, all the way up
Okay.
to MEPS,
How
and I
old are
got
you?
denied because of a medical waiver. It was because I used to fight my older brother every
Okay.
day, and I was
Okay.
misdiagnosed with bipolar and got prescribed with medication I didn't take,
Are
but
you
my
guys
mom still picked
100%
them up.
sure?
And
Let
last
me
week
ask
was
this:
my last week
are
to wait
you
until I can start the
100% sure?
process again. So I can basically start the process now.
Okay.
And like my question is like I've been waiting so long. Like, is what I got? Can I
Okay,
still
that's
get a
fine.
waiver and stuff like
That's
that
fine.
to
Just
get
get
in
it
with
done
this
then.
or
Fuck
no?
it. Whatever. If you guys blow it
Yeah,
up,
man. I mean, if
you're young, so if you blow it up,
when was the last
just
time you tried?
it is what it is. Okay.
Honestly, like I've been trying, like I've been on top of them for the last year. You know,
Well,
I'm
I
still
mean,
going to PTs
listen,
with them
being
and everything
married
for
in
the
the
Marines.
military,
But
it's really hard because
Oh,
you're
the
gonna have a bunch of
Marines.
animals
yes,
coming
sir.
at
But
you.
Oh,
honestly,
That's what makes it
they're
so
kind of
hard.
like I'm not gonna say they're
Like,
bullshitting with
it's
me,
really
but
hard to stay
you know,
married in the military.
like I said, I'm almost at
So,
their
but
every week at the
we'll
recruiting
we'll
office
talk
and all
about
that.
that
The
another time.
Navy
I got a
told me
couple
they can
female
push
pilots
up
I'll put you in
my
contact
stuff
with.
real quick, but
I'm
they said
gonna
the
put you in
Marines like
contact
take
with
like a couple weeks
Morgan.
and stuff like that.
So she flies
what do
6s
you?
in
Let
the
me ask.
Marine Corps.
What are you trying to do in the military? Let's start at the basics. Are you trying
And
to?
Jason Freeman, he's
Yes,
in
sir.
National Guard. He hasn't started. He's done with the
Honestly,
WAF
I was
thing. He
thinking
got his
about
WAF
doing
packet
SLs
submitted.
and all that, but
So
honestly,
I'll
just
put you
trying
in
to
contact
become a
with those
pilot
two people, and then
because
just
that's
stay
where
in
the money's at.
contact. It's your job to stay in contact with me.
Okay, trying to
But
be
if
a
you need
pilot.
anything, just
That's going
reach
to be
out. That's all
difficult.
you gotta do. I know
Yes,
you're
sir.
smart. You killed it. Like,
That's going to be
you're
difficult
doing
just based
everything we
on
would
what
have you do.
you're
You got
saying to me,
hours.
right?
Like
You
fuck,
got.
it's a no brainer.
You're gonna need a waiver for behavioral health
Yeah. The
type
only
stuff,
thing,
mental health.
like,
So
if for some
Yes, sir.
reason
that's
they don't pick you
pretty
up,
far and few
do you
between.
have good letters of
I would
recommendation?
say, yeah, sure. I mean, that's great to have that as a goal. But I mean, what if somebody told you today you could
Okay.
never be a pilot? Are you joining the military or
Okay.
not?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I would look at attempting to get in to the military first, because right now you ain't
Okay.
even in. You know, you've been
Yeah,
having all these problems trying to get there. So
yeah,
I would suggest get in the military and then work that angle from there, right? See, okay, can I go
And
to the WALF program in the Army? Can I try to go be
so
a pilot
listen, get the letter, get the Senator of PA,
in the
and
Marine
then
Corps, which
I
is
want
probably
your
not going to
best
happen,
flight
or
instructor on
Navy, you know, something
helicopters.
like that. I highly, highly, highly doubt that they're going to be okay with that. Um,
Okay, why are you not
but
getting
yeah,
him?
that's how I would approach it, right? The military likes to see consecutive years of service that have like, hey, this soldier has been doing this, this, and this, and he's served
Perfect.
for
So
years and he's been fine, no trouble, no nothing. You know, they're more likely to help
I want
you
both of those
and
people to
progress you
write
from
you
there.
banging
Then
ass letters
I don't know who
and
this guy
tell them
is,
both, listen,
and
the
he's applying
context of the
for
letter
one of our
is
top tier positions.
this
Does that make sense?
18-year-old is a
yes,
grown
sir.
ass
I
fucking
definitely understand that, sir. So,
woman
All right,
killing
so
it.
like,
You
I
guys are
will tell
getting
you
a
that
superstar.
you picked you might be going to the PTs with them, okay? But here's
yes,
the
sir.
deal: they have no decision making power. So like
Oh,
I get what you're doing.
Yep.
You're showing
Yep.
dedication, which is great.
Yep.
You need to do that, but at the same time, that recruiter,
Okay.
them
Okay.
guys at the PT, they have no decision making power. All they're going
yeah,
to do is push your paperwork again, and the guy that's going to
Yeah.
decide on this doesn't know you. He doesn't. All he sees is a number and your
Good.
medical
Good.
paperwork.
Just don't
Okay,
hit no
so
airplanes down in DC, right?
yeah, that's great that you're going to the PTs,
Okay.
but at the end of the day, they're one of the hardest branches when it comes to medical waivers that I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
I say
remember,
the Army works
right?
medical
How
waivers
have you
a
been
little
running? Are
lot
you in
better than
shape?
they do, and then on the other side,
Okay.
you know, the Navy's a good one too. So the Navy works some medical waivers.
Okay, we got to run a
But
little bit faster than that.
it's almost opposite. Like
How
whatever the
much you
Navy
weigh?
will deny, the
How much you
Army's going
weigh?
to approve. Whatever the Army denies, the Navy's going
How
to approve. It's
tall?
kind of weird. But and then we of course have
Okay.
regular stuff that we all
Okay,
approve.
we got to lose a
You
little bit
know,
of
or
weight.
the
We
Navy
just got to
and the
get in
Army
shape.
both approve, right?
yes,
So
sir.
Let's get this package done. Get those letters of recommendation.
yeah, just
Okay.
let me know.
This
If
like
you
here's the
really
deal.
want, man,
Like
I
they
can take a look
fucking
at it from the
love
Army's angle
like the
and see
young
kind of where you're
kids,
at.
but they're always
As
worried
far
about
as like
maturity,
how long
right? And
the
so
doctors and the
I
waiver
can tell
authority
already
wanted
you
you
ain't
to.
got
How
no problems
long
with
have you been off
maturity, but
meds,
you
or when was the
want
last time you
some
picked up that
grown-ups,
prescription?
right, to say,
It was literally
I
2 years
did her
ago
check rides.
from this
She is a
date from
rock
June.
star. she's gonna kill the Army for you. You got a
That's-
138, so
That's right in our
everybody's
wheelhouse,
gonna be
man.
like,
You
shit,
wanna do some
she's good.
stuff
You know
with
what
the
I'm
Army.
saying?
I'm telling you, you hit me up
Okay.
in my DMs. And
I'll
push
put you
your
in these two.
paperwork
I'll put you in a
and get you
conversation
up
with
there.
these
If
two
you went to
people,
MEPS,
and then just
Yes,
stay
sir.
in
I
mean,
contact. You
you're
got
gonna
any
have to go
questions,
back
any
through
problems?
MEPS.
Give
You
us
know
a
that, right?
call. We
Yeah,
got
like I said, I
fucking
don't
3-star generals.
whatever
Like
branch,
whatever
I
we
have to
need to
do
do,
under
we'll help you out.
All right, man. Well, let me do this. Send me a DM, and then let's
Yep.
talk after this, okay?
Yep.
Yes, sir. I kind of got one
Yep.
more. Like,
Yep.
I know you mad, but I'm 21 right now.
Yes.
And my juvenile record
Don't
is
worry
kind
about
of
it.
like
Just get your hands on the letters of
a little
recommendation,
iffy,
then you'll submit them.
Like I don't have no felonies,
Because
no felonies at all.
and
It's
here's
just
the
a
other
lot of
thing.
misdemeanors.
Like you probably can. Are they
just like
saying you
about 10
can't
of
submit
them
your
and
package
stuff like that.
until the 6 months is up?
Okay.
Yeah.
What did the
don't
Marine Corps say about that?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I was about to say
I
the
understand
Marine,
it, but
like,
can you go do everything
recruiter,
else?
Like he was trying to get me to go to MEPS and not say nothing about it, and I know that's a big no-no.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so listen,
Hold on
here's what I
one
want to
second.
tell you.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you do, before you sign any bullshit, before you listen to any bullshit they tell you, make sure you call me. Okay, because they will try to bait and switch you. They will try to do some dumb stuff.
Jake,
All right. Hang on.
check your text, Jake.
Hang on.
All right, sorry about that, man. All right. So, YouTube, he don't give a shit. He knows. Anyway, so
Hang on. You're good. You're good. Can you hear me?
Marines
Can you hear
told
me,
you
Staff
not to
Sergeant
say
Shep?
nothing about it?
No, the YouTube can hear me. Oh,
yeah,
I know what's going on.
pretty much. I'm pretty sure it's just he don't want to do other than paperwork and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the wrong advice. Yeah, I mean, because you're gonna get up there and you're gonna end up doing fingerprints at some point, man. So
Yes,
I mean, someone's gonna find that. And I hate to keep crushing this pilot dream, but brother, that's another thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So just do this, man. DM me after this. Let's talk about it. Let's get in more detail. I'm not trying to air out every small piece of business of yours right here live. So we'll talk about your charges and things like that. Okay.
Staff Sergeant, how do I DM it? It's my first time on Discord.
Just click my name there. Like you click my picture, and it should just be like a DM or a message or something like that. And then just send me a quick message, and then I'll get with you as soon as I can after this. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's not. Hold on.
I think he just got bumped off.
No,
Yeah, actually,
he left. You'll let me in. Right click his picture right now.
Are you on the phone or a computer?
Yes, sir. I'm on the phone.
Oh yeah. So
just leave here, and then when you open Discord again, you just find his name and touch his name. I'm assuming you're on a touch screen. Just touch his name, and or Shell, if you wanna. I guess he left again. Shell, if you wanna DM him real quick.
Yeah.
After this, maybe it'll be easier for him to find.
There you go. All right, you should have it in your DMs, brother. If you go out of Discord, out of here, you'll see on the left-hand side, you'll see like the messages in them. I should be there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Staff Sergeant.
Yep, no problem, brother. You have a good one. All
Hey,
right.
Staff Sergeant Shell.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. I got a question I'm just curious about. I was watching a video, and I know it's not Army. It was like something about the Marines, like they're gonna start, I guess, kicking people out if they get those bumps when they shave and stuff. Is the Army like the same way?
No, man.
Okay, because I was just wondering, because I know when I go to boot camp or whatever, they're gonna have me shave and stuff like that. I know I'll probably end up with bumps and shit like that. I don't know how they look at that, but
Yeah, so you go to sit call in the Army, you're going to go to sit call, and they're going to evaluate it right then and there. It is not unheard of for, black soldiers are more prone to this, obviously, than others. So it is not unheard of to get a shaving profile, is what we call it. It's a shaving profile. And that would stop you from having to shave.
Okay. I was just curious about that.
Yeah, man. I would once again watch Jake's video on the Marine Corps. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Got you. Roger that.
Yeah. You have a good one, brother.
You too.
All right. I don't know if we have any more hands. I think that oh, we got somebody else here. Hold up. Flopper, what's up, man?
I got a question about how contracts work when you're first joining.
Awesome. What's the question?
So if I want to go like airborne, like 501st or 101st or 82nd, can I get a guarantee to go there, or is that just kind of like the Army's needs?
No, so like if you get a option, what you're looking for is an option 4. You want to be airborne, right? So
Yeah.
you get an option 4 in your contract, and that's going to guarantee you go to airborne school. Okay. There every now and again it pops up where you can like kind of select the unit itself. But if you're just going from like infantry airborne, like they're gonna put you in more than likely you're going to an airborne unit. Very rarely do not, right? But you will go to an airborne unit.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you, man.
Yep. That was a quick one. Quick and easy. All right. If there's no more questions, you guys, Jake's got this video coming up. I'm not sure if it's on there yet. Jake, you here?
Oh man. Yeah. I'll have it up tomorrow.
There you go. Okay. Yep. So tomorrow, check out the new video. It's kind of relevant to what's going on right now, and some ways to get some people helped out here with citizenship, and everybody's facing the problems right now. So give that video a watch. If you guys got questions, please hit me up. Let me know, and we can walk you through it. I have the entire steps and straight down the line of how to get this done. So watch the video and figure it out. See if it applies to you or somebody you know. Send them our way, and we will get them squared away. But if that's all you guys have for the night, I'm going to get out of here. All right. We'll talk to y'all later.